Hey guys! Oh gosh, the lighting is bad. Oh my gosh, the lighting is actually good. Okay, hi guys. Welcome back. I literally just got finished filming my May wrap up, so ignore that I'm wearing the same clothes that I just was. But I wanted to hop on here really quickly because I have a book that I'm about to finish reading, and then I'm going to hop into reading these books. Today, I am going to be filming, or I should say over about the next week, I'm going to be filming a reading OG Booktok Books video. I did not do any research into what OG Booktok books are, most of which I've either already read or I will not read because I don't want to read Colleen Hoover. But the two books that I only chose 2 books for this video, but they're 2 books that I've also really been wanting to read recently, and that is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, which is so funny because I put off buying this book for so long because I didn't like the cover, and now that I have the cover on my shelf, I'm actually in love with it because it has all my favorite things on it. It has a cup of coffee and a stack of books and a cabin and a notebook, and it's just adorable. I don't know why I didn't like that for so long. And then The Silent Patient, which I don't know how to say this author's name, so I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but for this video we're going to call him Alex Michaelides. I'm sorry, but I can't just say this author every time I pick up this book. But first in this video, I'm going to be reading Love and Other Words because the book that I'm finishing right now is a thriller. And I need to be going into a romance, not another thriller. I've just been in the romance mood lately. This is a childhood friends to lovers, and apparently both of the main characters in here are bookish. That is about all I know about this book, and I know that Sarah Caroli rates it 5 stars. So both of these actually are potential 5 stars for me. This especially is a potential 5 stars. Like I said, I don't know why I put it off for so long, but we're here and we're going to read it, and you guys are going to get to see my raw and real reaction. Alright, I'll see you guys when I start Love and Other Words. I just wanted to film the intro before I lost natural light. You're going to have to ignore my parents because I work really early tomorrow morning, so even though it's only 8 o'clock, I'm already ready for bed. I'm 50 pages into Love and Other Words, and I am already getting 5-star feelings from this book, and maybe that's because I have high expectations for it, but it's just so perfect. Oh my gosh, my camera battery is dying. I have to talk quick. I may have moved my phone. It also has a subtopic of grief because the girl, Macy's mom, died when she was 10 or 11, and it's told in a past and present timeline. The past timeline is told when she's right now in the book she's about 14 in the past timeline, so she's obviously still dealing with that grief as a little girl growing up without a mom, and that is just really sweet. And then the dynamic between her and Elliot is just so perfect because Elliot is just an innocent, sweet little angel who just loves to read, and their dynamic is just so adorable. I am already obsessed with this book. In the present timeline, she does have a significant other at the moment. She just had her meet cute with Eli after 10 years of... Elliot. With Elliot after 10 years of not talking to him. I'm loving this book. I need to film some of my reactions to it. Ignore the fact that I'm in the same place. It is the next day, and where did the book go? Here it is. I feel like I rushed talking about this book last night because my camera was dying, but the atmosphere of this book, so the past timeline takes place in this little tiny town in California, a part of wine country. So Macy grew up going to this weekend home in this little wine town, and this weekend home is a cabin, and her and Elliot had this little closet that they would read in because Elliot was her neighbor, and he had this big crazy family, and so he would come over to her house to get away because he was like the only like gawky, like awkward introvert of the family. And so he comes to her house to get away, and they were reading Nook in the closet, which is just the cutest thing ever. And then in the present timeline, Macy is, I think she's in her residency for critical care in pediatrics. And basically they've just spent their whole lives running from each other, and everything is unraveling. They haven't seen each other for 11 years. And this paperback is just perfect too. I'm now 132 pages in, and I'm still loving this book so much, and it's kind of sort of tearing me apart in the best way possible. Like, Elliot is just an angel. I don't know how else to describe him. I would marry him if I could, because he can do no wrong. And maybe he will do something wrong for like the third act conflict or whatever. But right now he can do no wrong. I don't know if this book is making me cry or if other things are making me cry at the moment. Just know that you guys will rarely ever see me this messed up over a book, but it is, I don't know, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I took off my watch and I had like 20 pages left of Love and Other Words, and I am a sobbing, blubbery mess. I rarely even, like, I'll like cry in books, but I don't sob, and I am full on sobbing my eyes out. Okay, I'll talk to you guys when I finish the book. Like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm sorry, but just know that I rarely messed up over books. You guys are gonna have to watch me read this, because if what I think is about to happen is about to happen, I'm going to start sobbing again. I'm doing great, guys. It's rare you see me this vulnerable, so take what you can get. Hello, I'm in the corner to give you guys a change of scenery. So as you guys know, I finished Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren last night. This book is a 5-star, okay? Let me just start off by saying that. It's so funny because for most of my time reading this book, I was like, I have no idea what to rate it. Because it just felt like a comfort read. It felt so relatable. Not that I have a childhood lover that I lost touch with or anything like that, but it just felt so relatable. I could connect to the characters so thoroughly and easily, but I'd never, after the beginning, I kind of lost that 5-star feeling, but it still felt like a perfect book. And then we got to the last like 50 to 100 pages. I think it touched me like more than honestly it would probably touch other people. I'm gonna read you the line that just sent me reeling, because I'm not saying that I'm like special or anything, but I don't know if this line hit anyone else as hard as it hit me. The line is, "But because I didn't expect Elliot to leave, I never heard him walk away." And that is such a simple line that closes out a scene. Like, it's not, that's not even a spoiler. That line just destroyed me. I was sobbing for the rest of the book. That line was on like page 350 and they were like, this book is 400 pages. So I went to bed with a headache last night. I will give you like more of my thoughts once I can collect them at the end of this video, but I just want you to know that this is a 5 stars, and I can 100% understand why this book blew up. I don't know why it never really interested me to read it until now, because the things that this book made me feel, it was just a little bit too personal. Just a little bit too personal. Next, I'm going to read The Silent Patient, so I will get back to you guys once I pick that up and start reading. Alright, I just got my hair done, so that's why it looks like this. I'm standing outside the Starbucks right now. I'm about to go in and start reading The Silent Patient. I know nothing about this book. I just know that it's supposedly a really good psychological thriller with a really good twist. I think it has something to do with a woman who, I don't know, like, her husband died and she won't talk about it. I don't really know, but I guess we're gonna find out. And I doubt I will like it as much as I liked Love and Other Words, but I could always be surprised, so we'll see. I'm excited. I've been waiting to read this book for so long, and I'm not really in the mood for it right now, but that can change. Hopefully I don't sound super nasally, I'm sorry. But I haven't updated in a while. It is Sunday now. I don't know if I've been talking about days in this vlog. I'm 144 pages through The Silent Patient. And I was like totally not into it at first. And I was like, oh no, I really wanted to love this book and I don't think I will. So that was after about 60 pages. I went to the pool today and I got another almost 100 pages, like 80 pages through. And I am definitely loving this book now. There's no chance that it'll be a 5. I mean, okay, I can't say that because I think this book is like close to 400 pages long. So there's still potential. I don't think it'll be a 5-star though. That's being dramatic. It's described as a thriller because the story is being told from the perspective of a criminal psychologist or a criminal psychotherapist is his technical name. He is going to work at this hospital where this lady is staying, and she killed her husband a certain number of years ago. I can't remember how long. She just went completely silent, and no one has been able to get her to talk, and he's basically going to see if he can figure out what happened, like what really happened when she killed her husband. But you're also getting to see into his life, and like, sure, like you also get journal entries from the patient as well. So you kind of get her perspective too. And her perspective is great, and I'll check trigger warnings for this book. I really like his perspective and the stuff that he's also going through in his life. Because yes, this book is described as a thriller, but at least right now it feels almost more like a lit fic with a little bit of mystery intertwined into it. And I really love the very heavy, like the underlying subplots of therapy and just psychology in general, and the struggles that our psychotherapist is going through in life. And there is a quote in here that basically says, all psychologists are crazy, and crazy psychologists, like if you're crazy, you would make a better psychologist, if that makes sense. It basically says people go into psychology because they're troubled and they want to help other troubled people, which is very true. If you love psychology the way I do, then you definitely love this book. And yeah, I'm excited to keep reading it. I'm gonna stop rambling now, but right now I have to think about numbers as I read books. So right now I'm seeing this at about like a 4-star, but I'm really loving it. I'm liking the like themes of it. Okay guys, I finally finished. Hold on, I'm gonna put my hair down, that way it doesn't look like I'm bald. I had it pulled up because I just got off work, so I was trying to keep it like out of my face, but anyways, I just finished The Silent Patient. Like I said, I love the subplots of therapy and the ideas behind that are woven through the first half of this book, and then I feel like the second half of this book definitely got to be more of the psychological thriller kind of thing. To be quite honest, it didn't stick with me like a lot, but I did rate this book 4 stars. This book is known for having a crazy plot twist at the end, and I guessed the plot twist, I'm not going to tell you I guessed it from the beginning because that would be a complete lie. But I did guess it probably about halfway through the book, and you really don't get it until the end. So I'm going to say I guessed the plot twist. But part of that is just my brain when I'm reading thrillers, especially if I know that it has a crazy plot twist. I'm usually picking someone completely random and being like, oh, they did it. They did it. I did really enjoy this book. I think my qualms with it were like it just didn't really. I was expecting more of a adrenaline pumping thriller, which obviously now I know that like that is not this author's thing. When I think of psychological thrillers, I don't think of what this was. This felt like a literary fiction with a mystery, like a murder mystery kind of, and very heavy psychology subplots and unreliable narrators and different things like that. And the writing in this book was also really pretty. So I don't know. 4 stars. My brain is not really working to collect the thoughts on this book right now. But yeah, I mean, you guys can hear more from me in the wrap up about this book. All that to say, I can totally understand why both this book and Love in Other Words are OG Booktok books, because they're both pretty good. They're both pretty darn good. So if you haven't read either of these books, please go and pick them up. I would highly recommend both of them. Especially if you like psychology, read this book. And if you want to cry your eyes out, read Love in Other Words, okay? You guys will probably never see me cry like that again. I've never cried like that for a book, and I probably never will again. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I'm hoping that I can get this out this weekend. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm really bad at doing the whole YouTube outro thing, so I'm just gonna end it here, and I'm gonna say I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.